Hello friends, so I'm getting ready here in Austin. I promised that I would do the makeup tutorial that I did for the red carpet, and so let's go ahead and get started. So I already did my skincare and I am going to put on my foundation. We're going to go ahead and first start with these Experience sets from Orse foundation, and I'm going to start with Novae. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand first, right here, because I'm going to use a brush. I'm going to use this tiny brush, the 110 face shape brush, and just kind of apply it where I specifically want it. So I'm putting Novae kind of at the middle part of my face. So I will use concealer right under around the nose. And I'm going to use two different foundation shades only because this is a glam look, so I want to have this natural contour. And I'm going to go ahead and use Kiko. This is a little bit darker just to give that extra natural contour. Like I said, I'll put this on the back of my hand right here. I'm going to use a different brush, something a little bit bigger. This is the 103 Define Buffer brush. And if you hear some noise in the background, Kira's building a Lego set, or she has a Lego set that she's playing with. And she's like, Mom, I want the door open to see you. And so she may step in, we'll see. Maybe we'll have some other visitors step in this video. So a little bit goes a long way, especially these Experience sets. They're so tiny, as you can tell, super small, but I promise I've been using one for at least it's lasted me at least 6 months when I work on set or with clients, for myself. Just putting it on the back of my hand. It's just so beautiful. It's a serum foundation, so you can just see the natural glow. I have a pimple coming right here, you guys can see that. Not fun. Hello, Kira. Wow. Do you want to say hi? Come into the picture. Let me see if I can pick you up in a second. Hold on. Let me first apply this so I don't get all of your clothes. Oh, what are you building?
It's an airplane.
Okay. Can you build it more and come back?
Yeah.
Awesome. So those are all her older cousins' old Lego sets. So they're 18 years old now, and so she's playing with Lego sets that have been around since they were little kids. It sounds like perfect. Just be creative and build as Mom is trying to get this done on holiday. We're in Austin right now having some fun with family. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and conceal my face a little bit, give some brightness. What I used on that day is the Supernatural Concealer in 03, a little bit of brightening around my under eye, mouth, chin, and then just the bridge of my nose, and then just right here, kind of bring that out. But this concealer goes a long way. It's so good. I'm gonna go back to this little brush, the 110 face shape, and just kind of tap it. I love how small this is, but big enough to kind of really just create this little dimension on your face. So it looks like I already have highlight contour with this tiny brush and the concealer, and then just drag it and buff it where I want to. Bring it around here, and I like to just kind of diffuse it into the cheek, chin, get into the nose, what's up for leftover, and then the corners of my mouth, and then under the eye. Hey baby, are you back? You gonna show them? You gonna show them? No? Okay, come build it, and then you'll bring it back when you're almost ready. It looks great, hun. Like I said, just kind of diffuse it into the foundation. So that's why I didn't use Novae under my eye, even though some other tutorials I do just because I'm lazy. And then whatever's left over, I just actually put it onto the eyelid as a very even base and a sheer base before I put on the eyeshadow. Okay, so let's go ahead and make sure this is all blended out. I'm gonna go back with the defining buffer and just tap whatever's left over. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate in Intensity 1. I'm gonna show you what it looks like right here. And I'm just gonna use my fingers. And what I'm gonna do here is do my contour first. I'm just using the fingers, dotting around areas that I think need a little bit more contour closing up in my face. Here, my hair is obviously going out, and just getting it right where the ear is, and then the hairline. Just kind of creating that look right there. Bringing it just right here, okay? Same. cupping it right basically where my eyebrow ends, and then just kind of under the jaw, just kind of created a line. Okay, and then also behind, because we're going to buff that. I'm going to go back with this buffer brush and get into the hair, just because we want to make sure it doesn't even look like there's any separation on the scalp to this. And this is really soft, the brush, so even if it looks like I'm being rough, really not. Just kind of blend that all together, and then just kind of shade it into towards the center. So that really close it up. Here I'm actually going to go in a semi-upward motion instead of down, because I feel like when you go down, it'll drag along your face. So just kind of tap, 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 get it into the ear. Ooh, this hair is so annoying. Kind of miss shaving the sides of my hair. Okay, so we'll soften that a little bit later, and then we'll go ahead and buff this. So when you do any sort of contour, make sure everything's blended really well. What I'm going to go back with is kind of like a soft blush brush and just fuzz it out, or I guess diffuse it, so you can't really see a hard line. And I'm going to go back with this with the blush color later. It's a little bit more soft, and go back upward. So this look, the hardest part is really, or the most amount of work in my opinion, is getting the face just really perfect. The eyes are gonna be super simple. I also wore this outfit just to kind of like bring out the eyeshadow color. The dress that I had was rented, so I don't have it anymore. Okay, so now I'm going back with that blush brush and just diffusing the contour. As you can see, it just kind of carves that, and then I'm gonna do the jawline. Get into where the ear starts, under, and then with the earring in the way, I'm going to pull it up and then just drag it down. Oh wow, Kira. So Kira just built like an airplane. Drag it down my neck. I normally don't wear jewelry when I'm doing makeup because then it gets in the way. All right, so there we go. I'm going to go ahead and still use this blush brush and just really use it as a soft diffuser. Same, soft diffuse. And then go back everywhere just to really soften this look. Okay, so we're gonna go with the cream blush, Cargo in Maui. I'm just gonna pop it into the center, just a little bit, guys. All right, and going back with that blush brush, just gonna concentrate here, and then just kind of go side and outward like this into the contour. Okay. Diffuse it and then go out. So when you diffuse it, don't go crazy where it's like everywhere in your face. Just make sure it's kind of focused and concentrated and purposeful. And if you kind of get crazy, you can always go back with your foundation brush or whatever tool you want to use to soften it. So I'm going to go back with this and just make sure everything is just diffused. There's no disconnection, it's just like really seamless. Okay, so while that's happening, I didn't put my highlighter on, but this foundation already gives that natural glow. But I'm going to use the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate and use that and tap it right here. And then I'm going to just like let this really just look like it's glistening on my skin. Because I've used all liquid and cream products first, it's not going to look patchy or weird. So just know that if you're going to start with cream or use any sort of liquid type, use those first before applying powder. Or if you do use powder, just know exactly where you place it so you don't put liquid over it. So that's where you get that patchy skin. Okay. That definitely gave it that pop. And then I'm just gonna do the bridge of the nose a little bit. Just look like it's glisten, Cupid's bow. Just kind of like all over, I'll kind of balance that out later. And then what I did too is I did the high part of my brow bone, and I'll tap that and blend it. So you see, same side, tap and blend. And then I'll probably blend that with a, maybe like a brush or something, or just my fingers. Just kind of, it's like a light massage. Okay, looking good. So Tom Ford's all done. And then now I'm going to set certain parts of my face before I continue. So I don't have my translucent powder, I forgot, but I'm going to use this brush on sunscreen powder. I'm just opening it from the back. This is from Color Science. And I'm just going to use my Wayne Goss brush, the airbrush. just only using a little bit because I just want to tap into certain areas. Because I actually do want my skin to look like it's glowing. And just help mattify just only where I need it. So under the eye, inner cheek is where I personally like to have that matte color. Here, under the eye, and under kind of like the inside cheek, chin, just kind of diffusing here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start on the eyes. Okay, so as I define the eyes, I'm gonna definitely define the brows a little bit. So I'm using the 322 brow line brush. And I'm just gonna fill in just a little bit of where I have a little bit of gaps or it feels like it's fading. This is microbladed eyebrows. And just kind of fill in those spots, especially the tail end, and define it. Okay, so just a little bit, made it a little bit thicker. So I'm just trying to look in the mirror. It's a little bit tougher doing it on camera. Let me see if I can define it just a little bit. I'll even it out later, and then before I continue, I'm going to use my old mascara called Powerstyle. It's a Japanese mascara, but the brush is so tiny, so I can have a little bit of control. The formula is drying out, so it's not intense, and I'm just fluffing up my few hairs that I have. And then doing the same thing here, and this gives it more dimension when you look at me in person, and even on photos, I think. Okay, and it kind of gives you a lift. All right, so let's do the eyes. Going to curl my lashes. Going to use a Shui Mirror. I'm going to curl it off camera. All right, so now we're going to go to the shadow. So this is the Natasha Denona green brown palette, and you can see some has broken, but I'm going to go ahead and use this shadow. This is the shadow that I use, these two actually, and I'm just going to use my finger. Okay, so this is really, really highly pigmented, like shimmer type of eyeshadow, so you don't need much, and you just see me just gliding this onto the eye base, and then I'm just going to diffuse it with the leftover. Okay, and then I'm just going to add a little bit more. Just keep building it on. And the fingers will definitely make it a lot easier to have control and no fallout. I'm going to do the other eye. And also with using your fingers, it's super gentle, or at least try to be gentle. I try to use my ring finger to really just like glide it onto the eye. And depending on when you open your eyes, you want to make sure that you can see it visibly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use a brush. We're going to go ahead and, I will use the Zoeva 227 Luxe Soft Definer. I'm going to add a little, pat it, add a little bit more, okay? And we're just going to glide this over and actually make it a little bit higher so you can see it when my eyes are done. And then just kind of diffuse it. Okay, same on this side. And just glide it so there's no fallout. Really get into your eye socket and then diffuse it out so it just looks like effortless. Okay, go check the balance and see if both are even. Okay, so I'm going to pop this silver. I'm going to use my finger. It's a little bit lighter, but this is going to really give that accentuation on the eye. Just makes it look even more shimmery and piercing. You guys see that? Wow. You can make it go higher if you like, but I like to just kind of do the inner center just to really awaken and open the eye shape. Okay, same, center, inner center. Then you can go back with that brush. You can pop that on the other side of the brush and then just kind of glide it and then diffuse it into the eye makeup. All right, let me clean my hands. Actually, before I clean my hands, I'm going to use whatever's left over and just drag it on the lower lid. Hi, Kira.
One wing
I see. And then just whatever is left, just kind of fluff it away and make it really beautiful. All right, so I'm going to use the Style by Ion. This is her eyeliner, and this is from Korea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to really give myself a really nice cat eye or wing eyeliner. So I'm just going at it, and I'm just going over the eyeshadow on the base, and I'm just going to give myself a flick. And the way I like to guideline my flick is just this line right here, this lower line. And then I accentuated it. And because of the shimmer, a lot of times your eyeliner will pick up the shadow when you kind of open, so just let it dry and then reapply as needed. Same thing here, just go at it. And then we're just gonna let it drag on and flick. Give a really pretty flick, okay? Okay, so I elongated both flicks on purpose, and I'm going to use the Eye Define Waterline from Pixie in Tightline Black, okay? I'm just going to tightline. So this is a tightline, the inner waterline right here. And I'm just going in there, just giving it that piercing look. I'm going to clean it up off camera if I went out of the line. And while that's happening, you want to actually do your inner waterline up here because you don't want to have any skin gap from the liquid liner to your eye. Get that really piercing eye look, because we're going to put some falsies on. If you have long lashes, you totally don't have to, but I definitely do. Okay guys, so I'm going to pop on this Kiss Lash right here, and this is in Flirty. I'm going to let it get a little bit sticky before I pop it on, but I'm going to do this off camera because, you know, there's a lot of tutorials out there how to put false lashes on. Okay, so one eye is popped on. This look is almost done. We're gonna do lips soon too, so one eye. Okay, so before I do my lips, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight. Actually, no, we'll do my lips first. We're gonna do the lips. This is a Makeup Forever Artist Liquid Matte in 207. I did not wear this color on the carpet, but I thought this would be very similar. Okay, I'm gonna go and do my Cupid's bow. I'm gonna perfect it off camera. Okay, so lips are done, makeup is done almost, and I just wanted to show you guys super simple. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off with a Balm highlighter Ofra Rodeo Drive, and this is my Wayne Goss highlighter or airbrush, and I'm just going to glide that highlight just to give it that extra pop. Not that I really need it because my eyes are already just popping, but because I have the cream highlighter, I want to just kind of set it so you guys can see that. And then here, and then lightly on the Cupid's bow, bridge of the nose. Oh, one last thing I needed to do too, actually, is with this look, I wanted to amp up the under eye. So I have this Luxe Pencil 230 from Zoeva, and I'm going to go ahead and use that silver that you see right here that I did the second shade. I'm just going to do it right under the inner corner of the eye. Give it that awake look. Inner corner, inner V. Okay, see that pop? Glide that kind of halfway in under the waterline, and then go back to that first shade right here. And then we're just going to drag it onto this outer half just to really give this like the full, complete glam look. You guys can see. Then clean up any excess if it's dragging on too low. And then I'm going to pop a little bit more of the waterline just to make this piercing. Okay guys, so makeup look is done. You guys can see how the piercing just really helped in adding this little, I have candy in my mouth now, sorry guys. Hi chew. In between. This is the look. Hope you guys like it. I'm gonna bring my little angel with me. And we want to say happy holiday, guys. We hope you guys enjoy your holidays with your family, your friends, and your loved ones. And we love you guys, right? Bye.